Former President Donald J. Trump has never been one to mince words. His recent pronouncements on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, however, have sent shockwaves through the international community. Trump, in a series of public statements, accused Zelensky of gambling with World War III and acting as a puppet of the West. He demanded respect and gratitude from the Ukrainian leader, suggesting Zelensky was in no position to make requests. These pronouncements, delivered with Trump's signature bluntness, have ignited a firestorm of controversy. Political analysts, world leaders, and everyday citizens have been left grappling with the implications of Trump's words. The question on everyone's mind: what does this mean for the already fragile relationship between the United States and Ukraine? The timing of these remarks is particularly noteworthy. They come on the heels of a contentious Oval Office meeting between Trump and Zelensky on February 28, 2025. The meeting, intended to finalize a natural resources deal, reportedly devolved into a shouting match, with Trump and his Vice President J.D. Vance openly berating Zelensky. Trump's outburst has thrust U.S.-Ukraine relations into the spotlight, raising concerns about the future of American support for Ukraine amidst its ongoing struggle against Russia. The world waits with bated breath to see how this latest chapter in the tumultuous Trump era will unfold. To fully grasp the weight of Trump's recent statements, one must consider the historical context. Zelensky, thrust into the global spotlight since the 2022 Russian invasion, has become a symbol of Ukrainian resilience. His leadership during this tumultuous period has been lauded by many in the West. Trump's history with Ukraine, however, is complex and fraught with tension. His first term was marred by the 2019 impeachment inquiry, centered around allegations that he pressured Zelensky to investigate his political rival, then former Vice President Joe Biden. This incident cast a long shadow over U.S.-Ukraine relations. Trump has repeatedly leveled accusations against Ukraine, painting the country as inherently corrupt and questioning its commitment to fighting Russian aggression. His recent statements about Zelensky, therefore, do not exist in a vacuum. They are part of a larger pattern of skepticism and distrust towards Ukraine. This history adds another layer of complexity to the current situation. Trump's distrust of Ukraine, coupled with his penchant for provocative rhetoric, creates a volatile mix with the potential to further destabilize an already fragile geopolitical landscape. As expected, Trump's remarks about Zelensky have generated a maelstrom of reactions worldwide. Unsurprisingly, responses have fallen along predictable lines. Trump's most ardent supporters have applauded his boldness and refusal to bow to globalist pressure. They view his words as a necessary corrective to what they perceive as America's excessive appeasement of foreign leaders. Critics, on the other hand, have condemned Trump's statements as reckless and irresponsible. They argue that his rhetoric undermines Zelensky at a critical juncture and emboldens Russian President Vladimir Putin. These critics fear that Trump's words could have dangerous consequences, potentially jeopardizing the substantial military and financial aid the United States has provided to Ukraine. Political analysts have offered a more nuanced perspective. Some suggest that Trump's comments are a calculated attempt to influence the 2024 presidential election. By reigniting the debate over U.S. foreign policy and its implications for Ukraine, they argue, Trump aims to galvanize his base and position himself as a strong leader on the world stage. Others believe that Trump's remarks reflect a deeper disdain for Zelensky and a desire to undermine U.S. support for Ukraine. They point to his long-standing skepticism of American involvement in foreign conflicts and his admiration for Putin as evidence of a broader shift in U.S. foreign policy under a potential second Trump presidency. While the immediate fallout from Trump's statements remains to be seen, one thing is clear: the future of U.S.-Ukraine relations hangs in the balance. The Biden administration has sought to distance itself from Trump's remarks, reaffirming its unwavering support for Ukraine and its commitment to providing continued assistance. However, the damage may already be done. Trump's words have sown seeds of doubt and division, both domestically and internationally. His rhetoric has emboldened those who question the wisdom of American support for Ukraine and provided ammunition to those seeking to undermine transatlantic unity. The coming weeks and months will be crucial in determining the long-term impact of Trump's statements. Will his words translate into concrete policy changes under a potential second Trump administration? Or will they be remembered as yet another example of his penchant for inflammatory rhetoric? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, the relationship between the United States and Ukraine, already strained by years of conflict and mistrust, has been irrevocably altered. The world watches and waits, anxious to see what the future holds. Please leave your comments below and let us know your thoughts on Trump's remarks about Zelensky.